Hey guys, guess what? The YouTube algorithm is a myth, and here's why. I think of the YouTube system as one big, real-time, never-ending fishing tournament. That's right. It's a real-time, never-ending fishing tournament. So, I've changed my location for this video to be appropriate for the content. I'm here at a lake called Gull Lake. It's rated one of the most beautiful lakes in the state of Michigan. I think it's like in the top 10. And so if you ever come to West Michigan, I highly recommend it. It's a gorgeous lake, really clean, and it's a great place to fish as well. Now, I'm here at a boat launch on the north side of the lake, and basically all day, everyone will go out on their boats and launch and go and find some fish. And that is what the YouTube system is all about. It's not just an algorithm, okay? When we talk about algorithms, an algorithm is simply just a step-by-step procedural code that's gonna iterate through a bunch of instructions to, take an input and deliver an output. And YouTube is not anything like that, okay? YouTube is basically a bunch of thousands and thousands of microservices that go out on the lakes and the oceans and they go fishing. They take their fishing pole, okay, and they do a cast and go fishing for the fish. And who are the fish? It's the viewers, okay? The viewers are the fish, and the content creators are the ones who make the lures. Now I've got my tackle box here from when I grew up, and I've got a bunch of lures that I've collected over a number of years. And the content creators are the ones who create the lures. And YouTube are the fishermen that use the lures from the tackle box. Okay, we've got different types of lures that YouTube uses. We've got some spinners here, or shiners, I think is what they're called. And then we've got some Rapalas. These have 3 different treble hooks on them, which are pretty cool. Again, different type of fish are gonna go for different types of lures. We've got a little mouse here, okay? Right? And then, we've got some fake worms. Maybe that catches a different type of fish, maybe some bass or some pike, whatever it is, whatever floats your boat when it comes to fishing. Now, what YouTube is doing is they're building a tackle box, okay? They're building a tackle box full of lures that you help them build, okay? When you first upload your video, here's what's happening, okay? YouTube is gonna take your video and it's gonna transcode it into different formats. You've got formats for your phone, formats for your television, for your tablet, computers, laptops, etc., etc. And it's gonna put those formats and that metadata in the tackle box right here. And then it's also gonna get the length of the video, the aspect ratio of the video, maybe it's portrait or it's landscape, so on and so forth. And then what else does it track? It probably tracks the location. It tracks as well your entire transcript of your video. Okay, the first thing it's going to do after it's done transcoding, it's going to parse the transcript. It's going to take all of your phrases, your words, how many words per minute, etc., etc. And again, it's going to put it in the tackle box. Okay. It's building up this really fancy lure at the end of the day. And so once it's done all those things, okay, it goes out on the boat launch to the first fisherman, okay? It's the first line of code, this first fisherman that's gonna take your lure that you built and it's gonna throw a cast out with the fishing pole, okay? It's gonna cast out, and the first thing that it's gonna hopefully use is the action part of the lure, okay? This first part, this is the action which is gonna attract the fish, and that's your thumbnail, okay? And then after, a fish sees your thumbnail and hits it, it finds a hook, okay? That's the first part to your video, maybe the first 10, 20 seconds where the fish decides to bite and grab the hook, okay? And then there's a third part to the hook, and it's called the barb. The barb is that little opposite hook that keeps the fish on the line and helps YouTube reel in the fish for as long as you can. And that's your content, okay? The length of the video and how authentic you are and what type of B-roll and cinematic footage that you have to keep the fish on the line. Now YouTube, when they go out and they cast a lure out there and they catch a fish, they end up throwing the fish back out and they want to catch another one. So they'll take this lure, go get a fish, or go get hundreds or thousands of fishes with that one lure, and then they'll change it up. They'll get a different lure, maybe a little more fancy lure with different attributes. You know, this one's got some neon in it, so maybe certain fish like that neon. Or maybe they'll use this lure with a little bit of gold shininess and some ridges here, and it's got a different type of action. You see what I'm saying, guys? And every fishing hole is different, and YouTube understands this. They understand that every type of viewer wants a different type of lure, okay? And it all depends on the type of content that you're producing. You know, you may be producing content that is based on current events. Now that type of lure may only work for 5 days, right? Or it might be some type of content that may last the test of time. Maybe it lasts forever, like how to invest in the stock market. Is that going to change over time? Probably not. So on and so forth. These are the things you need to think about when you're building content. And what you're building for YouTube is a tackle box full of lures. And what I'm seeing out there when it comes to the YouTube gurus who talk about the YouTube algorithm is that there's all these tricks to the trade of the algorithm, and maybe you want to post one video a day or one video every 3 days, or it's all about consistency, or don't post shorts with your long form videos. To be honest, I wouldn't go with any of those tricks, okay? What I would do is I would think of it as a tackle box, and you're going to fill it with all the lures for that first fisherman. Now that first fisherman that goes out on the boat launch, they're going to go and catch your subscribers, okay? Your subscribers are going to see that thumbnail and they're going to watch the content, and that first fisherman is going to get some information, and they're going to take that information and put it back in the tackle box, like your watch time and your click rate, so on and so forth. That's what that first fisherman does. And when he's all done fishing, he puts that information here, and all the other fishermen out on the lakes and the oceans, they go and read the tackle box, the database. They find out, oh, how many people watched this video? How long did they watch the video for? Et cetera, how many likes were put in the tackle box? How many comments from those subscribers were put in the tackle box, et cetera, et cetera. And then they decide on that initial data from that first fisherman if they want to cast that lure out on their fishing hole, so on and so forth. So that's the way you need to think about it. And this is why your subscribers are extremely important. They're going to give those initial readings. So the problem with if you go out and you go and purchase subscribers via like doing some sort of boost or some other really weird trick is if people don't watch your content from the first fisherman, now your tackle box and your lure look a little worse at the end of the day. That's what you got to think about when it comes to the YouTube system, not the algorithm, the system of fishermen that are at a fishing tournament and they're trying to reel in fish, okay? That's the name of the YouTube game and content creation and the business of YouTube in general, okay? Think of it as a fishing tournament. Build some great lures, okay? There's all different types, and go catch as many fish as you can think of. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you could, like and subscribe, that would be great. That would help my channel out. And if you guys could, take a look at my previous video. And everyone, have a wonderful day and get those fish. Thanks, guys. Bye.